Jake, I saw something today in a parking lot and I want you to guess it. And if you guess it right, or if you guess it right, Timon, I'm going to give you $100.
USD?
100 USD Ben Franklin dollars.
Wow.
Yes. So
Ditch diggers.
how about you get... No, we're going to go over the parameters. Be enticed. Roll the theme music. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning with Jake and Brad, Ghostrunners podcast. All right. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Ghostrunners podcast. Happy Monday. Yeah, I saw something. Basically, here's how the game's going to work. I'll tell you the quick situation, and I will let you guess. We'll say 10 times total each. Okay?
Okay.
And, but
it must be hard.
Well, okay.
Oh, I'm waiting.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I hate saying this to you, but my podcast, okay?
Who's in charge?
Who's in charge? No, I had a revelation about who's in charge, but whatever. I had that thought about God this week of like, I need to say that to God. Like, who's in charge? God's in charge. Anyway, sorry.
Thank you for the revelation.
Yes. Because I was like, man, I say that to Bo, but then I don't do it myself. Okay. So the situation was I was sitting at Starbucks this afternoon, not drinking it because I only drink Main Street Roasters. But I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, all these people look at the parking lot across the street, and they were excited. Multiple of them took out their phones. Excited, I don't know, good, bad, can't tell you. But they saw something out there. I will give you 10 guesses total, but every time you guess, you may ask a question after. Or you may ask a question beforehand, and then you can guess. But every time you ask a question, it's $10 less that you win. And they have to be yes or no questions. Okay?
So if I wanted to just win the $100, I just guess 10 times and with no hints, basically.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, yeah. How about this? Sorry, I know I overcomplicate every game ever, but like, since you guys are separately guessing, what if at $50 you think you know it, you lock in your answer, but Timon can keep guessing.
Okay.
And so you can text me.
So every
and
question,
the Ghosties out there, I'm not going to give you $100, but play along.
I might. Yeah. No, I think I might be stupid. I might have missed something. Like, so every question lowers the money amount.
Correct.
Every question that we ask Brad.
Because you're going to get more and more details about what this could have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
All right, let's use our questions wisely, Timon. All right, so what we know so far is you were outdoors at a Starbucks, patio Starbucks.
I technically was indoors, but they were looking out into a parking lot.
These people were also indoors at a Starbucks?
Correct.
And they're like, okay, I can't ask it.
I definitely have a first thought.
I'm using the word excited. I'm not going to use the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to positive, negative. I'm just excited.
And it's across the street. Just trying to set the scene, just so I can imagine.
Correct.
Across the street in a parking lot. Their phone.
They're in the parking lot, but they're looking at something across the street.
They're in Starbucks. It doesn't really matter exactly where they're looking, but they're looking. And I'll tell you what the parking lot is, because I don't think that's a huge giveaway one way or the other. It was a parking lot for a Hen House, which is a grocery store in Kansas City / Lowe's.
What would be happening that makes you want to?
I know.
I'm gonna throw out a guess just to start it off.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like I know it. A hot air balloon is being constructed.
No, I would have been so mad if you got it right away.
Man, I'm trying to think, like, is it like some big spectacle or something just like smaller, more? My first, okay, what if, I'll throw out a guess as well. Ooh, let's try a unique, like, roadkill, smallish animal.
Doesn't seem specific enough, but no.
Okay.
What kind of what
guess.
What's a unique roadkill?
This was my thought.
Like, it was a platypus, just dead in the parking lot.
This was my thought. I was like, imagine like randomly in a parking lot. This would be very unique. Like a coyote comes in and just like somehow dies. Either got like hit by a car or something like that. I don't know why that was my first thought.
Incorrect.
But, okay.
First question, and I'm one question per group.
Oh man.
What would make people pull out their phones, Timon?
Yeah.
What are people phoning about? The people pulling out their phones, do you suspect This is what my first question.
Okay.
They were taking more photos of this event or videos of this event? Oh, like maybe that could help.
Question.
Technically, yes or no questions only, but that's pretty much a yes or no question.
Okay, true or false?
Yeah. These people are taking more videos than photos? Yes or no? I think. I don't know. I think
Dang it!
probably
It's inconsequential. It's just.
I will say, as I walked out into my car, I took a video of it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And you, so Timon, what did Brad already saw all these other people?
I'm a
see
firm
this
believer
thing.
in you should always take videos more than photos for the record.
You might as well.
Yeah.
It's moving pictures. What would Brad be like? I need footage of this too.
That's a good question.
Why does Brad need footage of this?
I feel like
parking lot
I was
happening?
pumped about this.
okay.
I not pumped enough to go and experience it myself, but pumped.
And it's an
Experience. We're getting Okay.
Just keep him talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next guess.
Yeah.
No, I don't have it.
I mean, man.
They wouldn't take pictures of that. They would just go experience it. Would they experience some type of pop up?
Was this? Was the weather nice? Wait, that's a question. Oh, that's a wasting a question. I'm trying to.
Is that your question?
No.
Let's use it. No? Okay, you don't want it.
Well, okay. I feel like I need to ask that, or else my random guess is way too specific.
I think it's good. Let's get an idea of the weather.
Okay. What's the weather? Well, that's not a yes or no. Was the weather hot?
I'm so upset that you guys are asking this question because it was in Kansas City today.
Oh, today.
Okay.
Did I not say that?
I didn't realize.
No,
I didn't realize
now
you
we know,
said
now
It
we
was
know.
a mild. It was a mild day.
nice
today.
day.
Yeah,
Now
nice
we know.
day. Sunny, 68 degrees.
Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't help me.
Wonderful day.
I was going to start rifling through these. Was it some type of pop-up event? It is not permanently in this parking lot, but today it is.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's $70 now for the guess.
Okay.
That's three
Oh
questions.
goodness. I'm at like. What have I asked? Just the weather? Is that it?
Yeah, that was a great.
a
that was
really
a
good
great
one.
$10
$10
question, bud. Yeah. Great way to spend your money.
All right, we know it's some type of pop-up experience. Kansas City.
I just got to let Jake waste all the money and then.
Yeah.
And then you
I
come in
can
and snipe
come
it.
in and
Yeah.
just-
Is it? All right, Timon, talk with me. I was going to ask, is it
trying.
themed? I think it's got to be themed,
I'm
right?
trying, like it's some kind of experience.
But the draft just happened, so it's not the NFL draft. It's today.
It's today.
Cinco de Mayo is coming up. I think we just missed Arbor Day.
Experience. It's like maybe there's some kind of there's like a gathering of some sorts because like maybe some people were taking videos, but some people were already over there because Brad decided against going over.
What would they take pictures of though? Like it has to be some type of big constructed thing.
Yeah.
Is the thing they were videoing and picturing bigger than a Scooter's coffee?
Oh.
Ooh, I don't know exactly.
All right, so even if it's not, I feel like it's close. It's close
Yeah.
to the size
It
of a
reveals
Scooter's
a lot
coffee.
that he's hesitating.
Yes, yeah, that's fair.
It can't
Because
be
I don't
that-
want to throw you off and be like, yes or no. Like no question. I'm not counting that against you one way or the other.
Okay, wow.
Just know that I don't want to lead you astray with that question.
Okay.
But just
So
know
maybe
just
it
know
was-
it's close.
Maybe it was as tall, but not as like big.
It was,
The way he was like, yeah.
Trying to think of some fancy word. It's not as big.
Buxom.
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 Was it something that people would pay money to experience? Like World War II pop up. Come get some of the Normandy
Was it something
sand.
that somebody would pay money? Yes.
People were paying money,
No. Not tonight. Not today.
but they would. So
I would.
something.
So I wonder if it was some kind of like it's in a parking lot. This is so weird. Or some kind of like pop-up shop of some sort, but they're not selling anything.
I'll
It's
give
just
you
some
I'll
kind
give you
of-
a hint real quick.
Okay.
It was a mobile experience.
Oh.
Mobile as in
So it wasn't being constructed. It was like on wheels for the time being.
correct.
Yeah. This was hot dang. What's the cold cuts in the car? The wiener.
Oh!
What is it? Oscar Mayer wiener.
No.
Dang it.
Great
People take
guess,
photos
though.
of that. People take photos of that.
Yep. Good guess.
Bigger than a scooter.
I'm picturing like some kind of like, yeah, it's like a mobile, like huge like vehicle of some sort or something like that. But then there's also something about it. People are videoing like a guy who's doing like a sign dancing thing, like where he's like, I don't know, but
I think it's kind of like the Oscar Mayer Wiener thing. Like it's like that one car in Westport that's like a sandwich truck.
Oh, yeah.
It like looks like that. It's like a
Westport flea
novelty.
market.
Like wow, they turned this U-Haul into a sheepdog. That's cool.
I'll give you that. You're on the right track.
Yeah.
Ish.
Is it?
Ish.
Start getting
I
specific.
don't want to get too. I don't want to throw you astray with that. But you are.
something that's
I want to win
you're
this
getting
$10, Timon. I'm gonna keep asking questions. Is it? I don't know how specific I want to get. That's a big question. Is it food based?
Food based. No.
Crap. Not worth $10.
ooh.
Not worth $10.
Tell you what, guys. I'm gonna give you. How do I do this? I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Rapid fire questions. Go.
Okay.
Ah.
Is it a sport?
No.
It's not sports.
Does it involve water? That's so random.
Not directly.
Is it something people would take their kids to?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just
Kinda.
adults. Okay.
Was it some sort of performance?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll say yes.
It was a performance of one person or a group of people? Is it a performance of one
group.
person? Okay, it's a group.
A group.
A group of people performing.
group.
Is it musical? It's
Time.
It's not people. It's not people.
It's not people.
Okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Circus is in town. It's a group of lions.
It's a.
Is it? Is it dealing with zoo animals? $10 question.
Define zoo animals.
Oh, so it's animal related.
It's some sort of hybrid zoo animal, like a bobcat. Zoo animal would be things that are
goodness.
hard to find in regular life. So you keep them in a zoo. Not necessarily predators, but you know.
I would not call these zoo animals. No.
Oh, crap. What have they trained the geese to do now? It's a group of animals
This is so much more tough than I thought.
that are not in a
To
zoo.
think of questions and to even think of guesses. So it's some kind of performance. Group of animals, not specifically zoo-related animals.
This is one of my guesses.
Okay.
Dog circus.
Every time you guess, I get nervous. No, not dog circus.
Dang it.
Man, roughly the size, somewhat in some way, of a scooter's.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat large, but maybe not in the way we're thinking because he didn't specify.
I'm ready for this to be over.
Sorry, I know. Maybe I made this too long. Do you want another 30-second rapid speed?
I just want one big hint.
Okay.
And then the first person to get it gets $10. How about that?
One big hint.
Oh.
Okay.
Me versus Timon.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This is we'll call it I'm going to do more than one big hint. I think.
Okay.
A Midwest novelty.
Okay.
We'll start there.
Midwest novelty.
Biggest ball of yarn.
Not really.
Oh, I forgot it's animals.
Not really necessarily super welcomed in our city
Okay.
Bengal tigers.
because it's from another city that we don't love.
St. Louis dogs. St. Louis cats. St. Louis.
You're right on the right track.
I don't know what it would be.
Oh my goodness. It's
Timon shouldn't know
Some
anything
kind of-
about this brand.
why?
Not anything, but whatever. Because he's not.
Trojan horses.
You're getting there. Not the Trojan part.
Animal. Oh, horses. It has to do with horses.
Pony rides.
No.
God,
You guys are
horses.
so close.
Horses.
You guys are circling it.
It's random dressage performance. In the middle of a
Okay,
parking
what
lot.
city?
Oh my goodness. St. Louis horses.
Budweiser. The Clydesdales.
Yes, you
the
got it.
Clydesdales are in town.
Yes. Wow, what a rush.
St. Louis dogs.
Simon
Have
shouldn't
$10.
know anything about this brand.
He should have never even heard of Budweiser.
Have you heard of the Budweiser Clydesdales before?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
So I should've-
Majestic beasts. I was so pumped about it.
Never heard of.
And they're just galloping like around in a circle at this.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But what's Budweiser?
Yeah.
What is that?
The horses were drunk.
Yeah, they were swerving all over that parking lot.
How about that?
Anyway, fun times.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I've seen them before, but I don't know where. But I remember thinking these are humongous.
I've taken a tour of the factory in St. Louis one time, and they are awesome looking.
Yeah, used to be a bad boy beer delivery man.
I did.
Used to be a sinner. Still is.
Still am, but I'm redeemed.
It's the gospel. You're welcome.
Yep.
Anyway,
We were in Florida, and there was a guy delivering beer into the gas station when we were there, and there were some blue collar workers with their neon yellow vest coming in, and they're like, "You can just go ahead and you don't need to wheel that in, just throw it in the back of my truck." And I'm like, the amount of times I heard somebody say that.
Yeah.
You got any free samples back there? You can put it in my Chevy. It's like, oh, good one. Got it.
You doing any tastings today?
Yeah,
Hey.
just accidentally drop one of those things, huh?
Hey, they won't notice one, will they?
No, come on. Yeah, you got any broken ones?
You just hear that stuff all day long.
I will say the blue collar people were way more kind to conversational to me whenever I deliver stuff. They would hold the door for me and stuff, and I would notice the other people wouldn't as much.
That's
So,
nice.
Yeah,
Take that for what it's worth.
take that for what it's worth. If you see a Budweiser delivery man, open the door for him, even if you're a lawyer. All right,
Okay.
Steven Swick,
Okay.
looking at you.
Before we get too deep into this, I want to mention one of our sponsors. You mind if I do that?
I would love that.
See if you can guess which one it is.
Budweiser. Oh,
See if you can get starting now. You get one guess and if you get it right, I'll give you half the money that they give us for the podcast.
Beam.
Well, let me do my hint
Oh.
first.
Beam.
Beam. Was that a good beam
Yeah,
sound?
that was a. Oh, Scott could do that. Can you do a laser beam? Laser beam. I can't do it. Scott could do that really well.
Laser beam.
Yeah, from Dumb and Dumber. Laser beam. Suck me right in. Robot voice.
Maybe.
Check, check. It's doing the effects. Come on.
It's in my.
Hit it.
It might be in mine.
Oh! All right,
congrats,
give us a
Timon.
laser beam, Timon, from the robot voice.
That wasn't bad.
Beam be amazing.
Good beam. Be amazing, Timon. Yeah, beam's awesome. I don't know if I totally did them justice on the last ad read. There's 30 people staring at you. You're trying to. It's your first time, looking at what they've sent you to say. I was nervous, but I will say this: I drank all of that super green juice. I don't know if that's the super green water powder.
Twice. I had two of them.
Yeah.
I liked it so much.
Imagine Brad and I a year ago drinking something that was bright green.
Yeah.
Never could be done. We're becoming healthy boys and we love things like this. All their stuff is amazing. I've been taking probiotics. I feel good. I mean, the last 3 weeks that I've had and the fact that I have not been sick yet, I feel like shows that something's going on.
Yeah. Because you're having your veggies and your fruits, baby. From Beam Be Amazing.
Beam.
Yeah.
Full vitamin blends. A, C, E, B.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, yeah, it's great. If you want to be healthy, look at what Beam's selling. I'll say that. They provide a lot of health and wellness supplements, and they've got super greens, the powder that all the ghosties got.
So
in Florida, they've got a gut health probiotic that comes with 8 hand-picked strands of the highest quality probiotic bacteria. Beam Gut Health will enhance your gut microbiome and overall wellness.
Tell me if you want these things in your life, Jake. Boosted immunity,
I'll take one.
reduced bloating,
I'll take a dozen.
improved digestive health,
Yes, please.
increased energy levels.
Put it on my tab.
Beam Be Amazing.
That's right. I think you were kind of running it by Catherine, right?
Yeah, and I won't get into all the details of. I mean, we can if you guys really want to go to their website, but it's just know that Catherine approved. It's very healthy. It's very good for you. They have their first ingredients for vegetables are broccoli and kale, which is a little bit rare because those are a little bit more nutrient dense, a little more expensive, but they are it's better for you. So don't get fooled by these other people thinking that they're giving you all the veggies. Go to Beam, Be Amazing.
Yeah, they control the entire process. So I mean, anytime any company is doing that, it's like, oh, you're going to get the good stuff.
Absolutely. So
we want you guys to check them out. Go to youcanbeam.com and use code GRKC for 10% off your purchase. The link is also in the description. Code GRKC, 10% off your purchase. Youcanbeam.com.
give us one more time.
Okay.
One last laser beam, please.
Say Beam. Beam Be Amazing.
Beam. Fun. All right. Anyway. I'm in the Florida shirt because I'm still buzzing from the trip, baby.
Bro, I let's go back right now.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
It was awesome. I mean, we got to talk to you guys a little bit about what happened after we recorded. It was our final night, and it was so fun. Me and a group of us, shout out Maddie Oliver. She's like, you guys want to play that game from The Office where they slam the quarter down? We're like,
Oh, yeah.
let's do it. So we just Googled it. Pretty fun game.
FYI, they don't say chickens; they say Jenkins, right?
1, 2, 3, up chickens.
Yeah,
Down chickens.
Yeah, I thought it was up chickens.
Also, I mean, we'd been playing this for like 20 minutes, and then Amanda Hutzel, one of the ghosties there, it's her turn to call it. She's like, up Stanley. We're like, wait, what?
1, 2, 3, come here, Tiger. 1, 2, 3, come on, Tiger.
1, 2, 3, beat it. Up Stanley.
Up Stanley's.
And we're like, is that like because from The Office? She's like, I don't even watch The Office. I don't know why I said Stanley.
Yeah, she did. She said she didn't watch The Office. That's
That was
hilarious.
amazing. That made us laugh so hard.
Up Stanley.
Up Stanley.
Not even like close to Jenkins.
Not like Jason.
Yeah. Up Jason.
Up Jason. So that was really funny. But then the final night, Brad, what did we do? We had some surprises for him.
Yeah, so we called it the awards ceremony. But all throughout the week, I think we mentioned we were playing those games, competitions for rubber bands. And so we had everyone collect the bands, bring their own bands, bring your bands. And we tallied up how many everybody got. And we did what we call the treasure room.
The treasure room. Fun name.
Yeah, great name. And so basically we had laid out 20, I think, different prizes on a bed in one of the rooms. My room, no big deal. It's the biggest bed they had.
Huge bathroom.
Just massive bathroom. And so, yeah, the first place person got to go in there first, and they could choose anything they wanted, which was so fun because, like, a few times people pick stuff that you didn't think, oh, that's not going to be the order that's going to go in, you know. And so we had some really fun prizes. We had AirPod Pros, we had Kindle, we had so many different people. I think we mentioned this last week on, just so many different sponsors giving gift cards out for it. And then we had a few quirky prizes.
Yeah. I remember Adam Kosh won 2 free tickets to see me at a show, which was really fun. I know Patrick Draman.
Yeah, PB Ramen.
He is the man. Loyal commenter. Love Patrick.
Yes.
And Patrick, I have a surprise for you the next time I see you, too, by the way.
Whoa.
Anyway, but Patrick won a prize that was like, get an entire jingle written about you.
Yeah.
So he's got that one. Janelle Beniel won a prize that is get your name said in a Gene Schwartz video 10 times, which is really fun.
Do you think we're gonna do Janelle Beniel, or are we just go to Janelle?
Maybe. I mean, it depends on the video.
Right.
Probably Janelle, but we might be able to figure out a way to get the full name in there 10 times. I think that's so fun that we're just like using this huge platform, but like let's like throw some inside jokes.
Have
in
inside jokes and Easter eggs for the podcast all day. Yeah.
What else was in there besides like the gift cards?
We had a bet, you and I did, because we had made. I think this was your idea. We had this custom made floor mat, like a
welcome mat
that said "on your feet" on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, obviously there were things. There were $100 gift cards in there. There was whatever $250 AirPods. But I was like, somebody's gonna pick that with one of the first 3 picks. And Jake's like, no, I'll give you the first 4 picks.
I was like, I'll give you the first 4. No way.
And I was like, no, somebody's gonna think that's awesome. And they didn't pick it in the first 4 because people are smarter than I am.
I can tell you, I was in the treasure room. Not a lot of deliberation around the welcome mat.
Celia, who was 4th, said, I thought about picking it.
Celia was so fun being in the room because she verbally processed every single thing. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. $100 CJLA.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I like coffee. I like coffee though.
Yeah, trike. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, and trike. Oh my gosh, it's so 10 times in a Gene Schwartz video. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
I can't imagine. I mean,
I wouldn't want to do that.
Would be a dream.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay, I know there's more people who have to go, so I'm gonna go quick.
Right.
Oh, this is so great. And she was the best.
And then Sarah Flippo up there. So the treasure room is on the second floor. We're all kind of hanging out in the living room, and we hear like. We're like, who is going nuts up there? And of course, it's Sarah Flippo, just the most quirky out of all the quirkiness that we have in this trip.
She was awesome.
Just went nuts. Screaming. I mean, screaming.
Squealing, maybe.
Yes, that's a good word for it.
One of the prizes was the Prince of Egypt soundtrack on CD. And it was kind of this fun inside joke thing. And Flippo was probably like the 12th person to go or something. So I've seen 11 other people come through this treasure room. Maybe only half of the people even addressed it.
Celia verbally processed it. Probably,
yeah. That is so funny.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, that's kind of funny, but like, I'm not going to turn down $100 worth to some company for this. And some people didn't even know what it was. I remember Maddie Oliver was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh, it's like the inside joke from the podcast, whatever." And so all these people have no interest in it, and then Sarah Flippo walks into the room. Like kind of skips straight to the bed. It was like she knew exactly where it was going to be. She knew what it was. She didn't look at anything. She grabbed the CD and spun around and like threw it in the air. And it was like, ah! and just ran out of the room. She has no idea what was in there. She didn't look at anything.
She didn't even compare her options. She's like, I know that's the one I want.
And so I followed her down the stairs. Like, I have to see this like continued reaction. And by the time she got down there, she was in tears. She was crying. She was so happy.
Excited. Yeah.
She was special.
Yes.
She is so funny and
so funny.
works at a county jail, but has the energy of someone who doesn't.
Yeah, way too spunky for a county jail worker, I would say, but she's doing it. Yeah. So that was fun. All the awards were all the prizes were just
treasures.
Really fun. Yeah. And then after that, we gave out awards to every single person.
This might have been my highlight of the trip.
I think
it might have been my favorite part.
I don't know if it's just because it was at the end or if it was truly like the greatest thing, but it was so fun and it was like sentimental in a really fun and funny way, right?
In
like,
more of a subtextual way.
Yeah, and it was fun because we literally had inside jokes or, like personal things to make about every single person there. Like we got to know people well enough and everyone else got to know them all well enough to where we could make these inside jokes.
Like, oh, of course they got that.
Yeah.
So before the trip, Brad designed these like gift certificates.
Like really cheesy, like we present this award to blank for blank.
And we both signed it.
Yeah, we signed it, had Ghostrunners like watermark in the background.
Gold stars. It looked really, really cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I was pumped to print them off at Office Max. I was like, maybe they'll take a look at this. Maybe they'll ask me about it. But yeah, they're amazing. And I mean, half the fun was Brad and I just coming up with the awards.
Yeah.
So for instance, one of our friends who was there, Amanda, we learned that she lives in a tiny home.
Yeah.
Obviously, all week we're staying in this house that sleeps 36. And so we gave her the award. So we're like, all right, next up, the award for most likely to complain that the house is too big goes to Amanda Hutzel. And so anything like that, like we learned something about them and try to make it a fun inside joke. There was an inside joke that I think we talked about last Monday episode that Jensen and Isaac were just buddy the whole time. Tell him what we give him.
Yeah. So obviously we said the award before we said the person. So we're like, the person who won the award for most likely get a boyfriend by the end of the trip, Jensen Harper.
They're just gonna call some girl out.
We said Sarah Flippo won the Jack Sparrow Award for most likely to go crazy on a cruise ship, or a ship, because she was just cheering so hard for that musician. I have them written down here. We called Gabe and Maddie Oliver Civic. We called it the mom's purse of cars goes to Gabe and Maddie Oliver Civic because they had every single thing you would ever want in their trunk, basically.
Every sport. It was just fun. Just seeing people's reactions to oh my gosh, that's perfect. Whatever.
Right.
Michaela Stiles is a mom of 3, but she's from Ohio.
Yep.
And so Brad came up with a name for it.
The Mom's Bekistan Award for being the best mom from the Middle East.
So it was fun to actually critically think all right, and everyone, I feel like everyone is so receptive. This is great. I'm going to hang this up. I'm going to take a picture of this. Whatever.
Dude, 2 micro joys from that is, first of all, the process of it was just so fun. You and I went upstairs to my room for probably close to an hour. It
was longer.
Working. And I think we talked about on the last podcast the door that you had to open, or you had to press the button before you open it. And if you didn't, then it would beep on you. And so we're way up on the top floor and we hear this door beep every once in a while. Everyone, every time it beeps, you just hear oh, come on!
My gosh.
And it was just so funny how this community of people are just interacting and having so much fun without us. That was what was the joy to me, was listening, these people are friends with each other truly, and they are enjoying each other. It didn't take Jake and Brad hanging out with them for them to enjoy it. They are having so much fun. This is the last night.
They're swimming, they're playing pool.
Yeah. And so I loved hearing that from our vantage point way up high. And then honestly, I don't know if this might be the actual highlight for me was giving the award to Brooks. At the very end.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Brooks was the chef. He's my brother-in-law. And I can't emphasize enough how much work and how great of a job he did the entire week. People even in the group me today were like, do you ever just open up your fridge and be like, man, this pales in comparison to Brooks Bistro? All these different things. And so we give him the Harry Houdini Award for making food just magically appear. That's incredibly delicious. Something like that. And people went crazy. People stood up for him.
Standing ovation.
Yeah, Jensen started, Brooks. I mean, just the biggest cheer of the week for sure.
It was very
and
cool.
he deserved it. And he got it. And it was Heck yeah, man. Like I think everyone else recognized it as much as we did, like how hard he was working. And yeah, that was really cool. As his brother-in-law to be like, yeah, man, you guys recognize how great he is too. Like it was just really sweet. So
it was just great. We just had the perfect team. Brooks
Yes.
was awesome. Catherine and Rachel
Oh my
were
gosh.
amazing assets there. Having Isaac was so clutch.
clutch, dude.
Like it was the perfect team. I would do the exact same trip, the exact same people next week.
Yes, I agree. 100%. Should we?
Or or next month.
How hard is it? Yeah. we got all the parts now. Like we have the notes down.
The hardest one was going to be the first one, and we nailed that. And, like a lot of people going into this are like, "How are you feeling about the trip with the fans?" And what I told a lot of people is like, "I think we're going to learn a lot from this first one. I think it'll still be fun. I'm optimistic, but I think we'll learn a lot." Meaning, like there was a lot of oversight or things we didn't think through. But honestly, it's like there is very little to be like, oh, okay, missed the mark on that one. Like
That
it was
was
just
a
like
huge mistake. Yeah.
even just the fact that all the right cords got brought. Just like nothing went wrong.
Right.
All the rental cars were there for us. You know, everyone got to the airport in time on the way home for their flights. Just like all the big things worked. Most of the little things worked.
Yeah.
Everyone ate. Everyone slept.
Yeah.
Let's rinse and repeat, baby. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again, baby.
Oh man, it's exciting.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Let's keep dreaming. We've been dreaming a little bit already of like, dude, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this again?
Let us know in the comments like when a good time is.
Yeah.
Like we're ready to do another one. It was so fun. It was so special.
It was so awesome. Yeah. And I'm excited to do it again with these same people, but I know that that's not realistic that they're all going to come. So I'm excited to also meet new people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was probably the most exciting thing for me was like, I have the opportunity to meet a bunch of new friends. Like that was like what's so exciting about it. It was like I didn't know that I was going to hit it off with all these guys. Like every single guy there, I was such a big fan of.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously I like the girls too, but I was trying way more like to have intentional fun conversations with the bros because it's the bros. And like, Brandon was so cool, man.
Yeah,
so
he's
fun.
got his own coffee shop.
Dr. Ben, just honestly one of the kindest guys I've ever met.
Yeah, very, very kind.
I mean,
good head of hair.
Gabe is so adventurous, so fun. I don't know, whatever. We could go on and on.
I'm ready to hang out with Gabe a lot.
I know. And he would do it too, because like, I bet if we were like, hey, Gabe, come down here for the weekend, he'd be like, great, I'll come right now. Like he's down for it. He's always going to do whatever, they're just all so fun. Everyone there. And so I just miss, I'm like, man, I miss you guys. Let's hang out again.
I know. And think about if those people come on the next trip, how much deeper of a friendship we'll have with them. Like, wow, we've vacationed twice together now.
We've compared so much of this vacation to camp, and that
is exactly like it.
And even like somebody commented like, whoa, this looks like summer camp the way you're playing games. It's like, yeah, kind of is. And that's because we love summer camp.
Because we've joked before previously, like someday we need to do an adult Ghostrunners summer camp.
Yeah.
And then I think now I've seen the light. This was it.
It was kind of unintentionally that.
This was the Ghostrunners summer camp. All these friends meet, they become best friends, and then they just go back to their homes. They don't live next to each other.
So now you're going to have veterans that come back again.
Yeah, they know how it goes.
And we know them, but then they're gonna be like, here's how the deal works. This is Brooks. He's the man. Whatever.
But
then there's
the
gonna be new
gloves.
people, and then they're gonna become veteran. And then we might get them on the leadership team someday. Who knows?
Have them running games next year.
Yeah. So anyway.
Isaac's off selling merch for Nate Bargatze.
Yeah,
we lost him. So we need someone to take his
He's
spot.
on the greener pastures, but no, I'm still buzzing. I thought I was buzzing from Scottsdale. I might be even more buzzing from this. I keep buzzing and buzzing.
Just ready to do it again. It just, I kind of just want to strike while the iron's hot. Not even just while this is fresh, while we're fun, but it's like while we know we have this amazing podcast community.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Yeah.
Because there is let's say the podcast grows a ton. Can we still do this?
I think exactly.
I don't know. I think it's a different vibe.
I did some, casual market research throughout the week, just asking people their feedback on like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And, I think that we had the perfect amount of people. Like, I think if we had, we had twice as many people, we could not have the same personal experiences with all of them.
Because I think, and I'm sure
there'd be more clicky, not clicky, but
That's
you know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
point.
Like people would kind of like pair off or, whatever, kind of that kind of thing.
30 felt like a good amount. Like I could talk to every single person every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the rain helped.
Yes.
Having it rain about 1.5 days will keep you.
Yeah. It was a huge blessing.
In good community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm ready to do it again.
Me
so
too,
don't tell too many people about the podcast.
Or we'll just do multiple iterations of this thing and blow it up.
Yeah, like for old listeners, you get to really, hang out with us. For new listeners,
do like a quiz. Like you have to pass this quiz before you can register.
Yeah.
And like,
Who's
you know-
Zach Baxter?
yeah, exactly. Anyway, it was such a fun time. And yeah, I'm ready to go back. Ready to do it. Ready to go.
Yeah, we already have so many ideas. Like Brad texted me today, like because he knows like I've just got a lot going on. You know, trying to catch up with. I feel like I haven't had my phone for 3 weeks.
Don't respond to this right now. But I have to say it's somebody, and it's you. Like you're always my guy.
Because I basically went straight from bachelor party to Philadelphia to Florida trip, and I leave for the tour tomorrow. So it's madness right now. I got a wedding in 25 days. There's a lot going on.
Oh, and by the way, I have a wedding. Yeah.
And, you know, and Brad's like, hey, so I know you're not in the headspace right now, but I can't stop thinking about the trip. Here's what I want to do. And I was like, you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm thinking about it too, man.
I'm just dreaming. And you're like, you've come to the right place to dream, baby. And I was like, my man, let's go.
So add it to the list. Add it to the to-do list. I can't wait to do it.
No, man.
Remind me again, what was the meat that we ate on the trip? I like that.
What if I was just like, it was Good Rancher? What do you mean?
Good Ranchers.
Yahoo! Dude,
Tommy,
Good
can we
Ranchers.
hear I want you to have a voice for every advertiser. So can you choose a voice? I'm surprised with what it is and just give us some type of Good Ranchers.
Bang,
See what
bang,
happens.
bang, bang, bang.
Oh goodness.
Just give us a yeehaw on one of the voices, please.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, the voice changer is awesome. Wow,
Wow, fun.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel like my actual voice showed up just as much, so I don't know.
Yeah. You're
how
gonna hear that
effective
your
that
actual
was.
voices and ours.
Yeah.
that's fun. Anyway,
was sweet.
Good Ranchers is just awesome. The last night, Brooks made chicken nuggets.
Bro, I talked about them for 2 days in a row afterward.
How do we get more of that? How?
Insane.
Tell me right now.
You go to goodranchers.com.
You have to.
You have to, dude.
Get the chicken nuggies. Holy cow.
Your life, I didn't know that chicken could be like this. Like I
It
knew
was so
chicken.
good.
It's like I like chicken. I like
Oh,
know
sure,
whatever.
chicken. Yeah,
The
it's tick bite.
restaurant.
I
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, but my goodness, he made so many of them, and people still wanted more. Like it was unbelievable.
That was quite the way to end it. It was awesome. So, I mean, Good Ranchers, we just can't say enough about how good their meat is, how high quality the American meat is.
American meat. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the entire process, it starts and ends in America.
People
with
say
Good
we're
Ranchers.
number one when they're talking about America. They're talking about the beef and the chicken and the fish that's made here.
The best beef chicken is here.
Yes, that's right.
So, yeah, check out goodranchers.com.
It's grilling. It's summer. I think I said this on the last podcast,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, but people talk, like multiple people, unsolicited, not even in front of Brooks, said that's the best burger I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And I've thought about the burgers too. Like if you're having a cookout, be the VIP of the cookout. Get some Good Ranchers burgers. They have a burger pack. They have chicken. They have it all. It's so good. They have them mixed together, not like literally, but like you can get both in one box. I mean, it is just above and beyond the competition, and you got to check it out.
It's great. It's American meat delivered, and they've upped the discount for Ghosties. So it's now $30 off any box with code GRKC.
Ooh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
I have another anecdote.
go for it.
Lindsay and John Merchant on the trip.
Harris.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
Or maiden name.
Lindsay and John Harris on the trip. Lindsay Harris is
Yeah.
yes. Okay. She's a sheep farmer. She's in the agriculture world. John goes, dude, where'd you get that steak? And I was like, from Good Ranchers, because he doesn't listen to the podcast. And so he's like, Good Ranchers. Okay, Good Ranchers. Yeah, it's online. And then he's like, because I've never seen steak that has that much marbling in it. Like, he's like, I've never seen steak that looked that good before.
Fun.
So I'm just saying, you want to see the most beautiful steak of your life?
I might do it.
Buy Good Ranchers.
I might just dive in one night.
I think you should, brother. And you know what? Maybe because it's like so well made, genuinely, it might do okay. I don't know.
Maybe I'll dive
It's
in.
kind of like the whatever. Yeah. Just goodranchers.com, guys.
Freaking just do it.
Please.
GRKC
Just-
$30 off.
Just be cool and do it.
Just, hey, be chill.
One more anecdote. Sorry. Laura Wilhite on the trip said, this has ruined all other meat for me.
Good.
Because it's so good. So, goodranchers.com.
Fun.
Phew.
Should we talk about Philadelphia? That happened about 3 years ago, it feels
It's
like.
one of those things where you have it on your podcast notes, and it's like, if I don't talk about this soon, I'm just going to forget about it.
Yeah, there's not even a crazy amount to talk about, but it is kind of interesting.
You got to tell
I gotta tell
that
them.
one story.
Yeah, so the first night we get there, we drop our stuff off at the Airbnb, you know, we shower, and we go to the venue. We do 2 shows. It's a lot of fun. And get back to the Airbnb, and you know, you do 2 comedy shows. The second one doesn't even start till 10:30. It's very late. Show doesn't get over till probably 12:15. Getting home late and exhausted. I think my first flight of the day was at 5:50. You know, it's been a very long day.
Wow.
Coming off of the bachelor party.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to sleep. I get back to my room and I notice I'm weird like this. I think I always will be. Like I know when like one of my roommates might have like been in my bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Like it's not even that I memorized where I left things. It's like I know how I do things.
How your mind operates.
Like my toothbrush will always be parallel with the side of the sink.
It doesn't make sense that that's not a diagonal for the hand soap. Like, something like that.
That's just how I leave it.
Okay.
And so there were certain things in my room that were just like, well, this isn't my room. I don't exactly have a ton of systems in place at this room I've been in for an hour.
But you know the way you plop something down.
I know the way I live.
Yeah.
And I know some of this doesn't really make sense.
Dude.
But it's 12:30 at night. And I am tired, and I'm like, you know what? It's Philly. I think they have a subway here. There's like train cars. Maybe things could have shifted.
Maybe.
I really did convince myself of that.
That's like the most like country boy thing I've ever done. I mean, those things shift a lot.
I mean, they kind of rattle. I've seen the movies.
If your train car is like really literally next like to the window of your Airbnb.
It didn't make any sense.
But you're delirious. You're
I
not
even did
thinking
like
straight.
a test run. I like shook the desk to see if the.
No, you didn't.
I promise I did, because the drawers were undone. I was like, I don't think I would have pulled out the drawers.
I think San Andreas Fault goes through Philadelphia, right?
Pretty close
Yeah.
to here. I think The Rock was in that. And so I did like a test. I was like, maybe they're really loose drawers and maybe the house is on a slant. Because I will say all the Philadelphia houses are cramped. Like staircases are like,
Oh,
you
really?
kind of have to go, adjust your shoulders to them.
Yeah.
Just all the houses are right next to each other. So I've convinced myself that this has moved naturally.
Okay.
Wake up the next morning. And about as soon as I had woken up, maybe 10 minutes afterwards, Alan sends a text because he's downstairs on the main floor. And he goes, was this glass broken last night? And we're like, I don't think so. And they're like, oh my gosh. I was like, dude, we for sure got broken into last night because my stuff was like rearranged. And Alan's like, yeah, dude, I bet we did. The window was like broken. I'm almost positive it wasn't yesterday. We go down there and check it out. And we try to go through the back door to look into it. And we can't get the back door open because it was dead bolted, but it's just now it's like jammed against the frame.
Okay.
So we finally get it open. We go around and there's just footprints on the back door. So we think someone probably
On the back door.
on the
Like,
back
kicked
of the
it
back
in.
door. Yeah. So we think someone probably, they ring the doorbell. No one answers.
Yeah.
Okay. No one's home. Go to the back. Try to kick it in. That's not working. So then they just punch in through the window. And these poor guys, they finally got the nerve to burglarize their first house. And they get in there and it's an Airbnb of guys who have no belongings.
Really?
There's
Okay,
it's
so
just
you brought
bedding.
everything with you, probably. Like, because you do have Well, I don't know. Do you not travel with your camera? And
Actually,
stuff?
I say that. No, I don't. Now that I'm not Trey's video guy, I don't travel with the camera,
Okay.
which is nice. But my AirPods were on my bed, and Trey's AirPod Maxes were on his bed. And had they taken my backpack, which I left in there, my laptop was in that. So there were goodies in there.
So they didn't take any of that.
So they might be the worst criminals in the world.
I was gonna say that's like number 101. Like you see a bag, you take the bag.
I think, yeah, you would say that. You're like, I mean, or I think my dad said that when I was told him. He's like, you'd think like you don't want to come out of the house, the driver of the car. He's like, you got nothing?
Empty-handed. It's like, why
Grab
not
a
take the bag?
Yeah, grab a
Just
backpack.
What's the worst that could happen? You got a bag that you got to put stuff in.
Now
later.
you have a bag. Who doesn't like bags?
I love consolidating bags. Yeah.
Just take the bag at least.
Wow.
I can't believe they didn't take the bag.
They
Would
were
have been a
looking.
bummer.
They were looking in the drawer. Maybe they were looking for something specific.
So that's what I said. I was like,
Okay.
now it's scary. So they were either like maybe professionals where they know they've got a system like, hey, if it's not jewelry, it's not really worth it to us, these high value diamonds. Or, yeah, I was like, it gets scary if it's like they look for something very specific, like the owner of this house is in trouble.
Yeah.
The previous renters of
That's
this
why.
house.
That's why he's renting it out.
Yeah.
Is
This
because
just
he's
became
like-
an Airbnb.
He's like, I got to get on the limb. I'm just gonna rent this out.
Or even scarier, the most valuable thing in the house wasn't there because it's Trey Kennedy.
Oh,
They were looking. I was coming up with all sorts
they're
of
looking
stuff.
at all the drawers for Trey.
Where's Trey? Where's Trey?
Dude, what if it's not trying to get too like dark on it, but what if just they were looking for guns? Because then you can't if somebody uses a gun and it's not registered to them.
Oh
it's
yeah,
less
no, that's a
like-
good point. Yeah, that would make sense. Guns, jewelry, anything else
Yeah.
that criminals like.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, Trey looked in his room and then he started noticing like, wait, yeah, my like armoire door is like open. So there were people definitely in the house and
Wow.
they were probably in there really quick. And I don't know, they're not good at their jobs.
Man.
But
Did that bother you like the next night? Like, were you scared?
What's funny, it was such a guy thing because we were all like, well, I mean, are you guys down to stay here? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not move.
Yeah. So each one of us were like, hey, be honest, are you cool with staying here? And we're like, yeah, I'm fine with it.
Were you on the second floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. And like, what's the lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place?
That's what I said. I talked about that on stage. I was like, we're the safest house in the world. They're not going to burglarize it twice.
That's true. Even if a second burglar comes in, they're like, well, this place has already been hit.
Oh, the window's broken.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like on Home Alone. Snakes. I don't know no snakes.
I don't know no snakes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, this is the safest house. I'm good with staying here. And I didn't really feel too violated because like it's not my place. It's not like my comfort. It's just like it's just some random spot. Because I've had my car broken into before, and that felt weird. The next time I'm in my car, I'm like, they were in here. They were sitting in here.
California,
they were
right?
rifling through my stuff. Once in California, and once when I lived in KCMO.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was like, oh, this is great content. So then I talked about that on stage, and
like
I was
the
like,
stereotype Philadelphia,
I was like, I'm excited to announce I'm officially a Philadelphian. Our Airbnb got burglarized last night. And they're like, yeah! The crowd would go nuts. Yeah, I had a lot of material on the burglary, which was pretty fun.
Any other highlights from the comedy shows?
It was fun.
You did 6, right?
We did 6 shows, and they were good because we hadn't done it since Trey had his kid. It had probably been since January that we had performed. Had been writing a lot since then. Had not been memorizing a lot since then. And, just like I didn't spend as much time working on this as I should have probably.
Did you freeze ever?
No, I just didn't go up there if I wasn't very confident that I had it memorized. So I didn't probably test out as much material as I could have.
Oh, I see. You didn't. You didn't use the material if you didn't memorize it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I still did test out a lot, which it's just one of those things you have to force yourself to do because I don't look forward to it. You're standing out there in front of a sold out crowd. You want to give them a good show. You want to give them the greatest hits.
Right.
But it's like, all right, try the picky eaters thing. It's not even fully written. Just, you'll learn though. You will learn if you try it, and you just got to learn.
Yeah.
And so it's like, just Jake, it is better to do it now than 2 weeks from now when it's a sold out theater.
Yeah.
Just suck it up and do it.
Okay. Were there some that were like, oh, that was great. That worked.
I would say 85% of what I tried went well, and like we can keep it in.
Dude, that's
so
awesome.
yeah, very solid. Trey and I were talking about that. It's like the more we do this,
that's amazing. Honestly, like
I think we get better at like writing material, just like that will work the first time.
Yeah,
but there were a couple things that, I kind of gave you an idea of what it was. Where it's like this didn't work in Philly, but Birmingham, they will like it.
I remember that joke, and I remember thinking when you told it to me, it was a thinker to an extent. Like,
you think I need to dumb it down a bit?
Or just maybe.
Okay.
Because I think it was one of your quick-witted things.
Yeah.
It was a Bo Burnham kind of like.
I was
like if you had a Bo Burnham song and you wrote that in there, people would laugh after like 5. But like so much of comedy, if you don't get a quick reaction, you're gonna have to move on, right?
Yeah. Maybe it is worth trying again or tinkering with it.
I can't even remember the joke now, but I just remember thinking like, oh, I get it. You know, even though I saw it coming, obviously they're seeing it coming because you're a comedian. And
there was a bit of delayed reaction. It wasn't like it bombed. It was just kind of like a kind of delayed and not really laughter, but kind of like
yes.
So
and it was kind of on the border of like political whatever, right?
Yeah, it was definitely the riskiest joke of the night, but it was what I was most excited about. And if it's risky, it's probably not going to work.
Well, but that's like the feast and famine kind of thing. Like if it's risky and it's good.
That's true. I've been making some dark jokes. And they dark for Trey Kennedy's audience, and they like it. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll try it this week.
Mortgage fixed, neutered kind of dark jokes. Like, whoa, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. But almost all of it went well. It was good. I feel good gearing up for the tour.
I feel like that one time, I can't remember what show, you probably remember the city, but you left like pretty dejected. That did not happen this time.
I did not feel dejected.
Good.
No, I felt good. I'm excited for the tour. I don't feel nearly as like freaking out as I have like a year and a half ago for the last tour. It's like, because we just performed. I feel pretty good. I got to do 30 minutes worth, which is a lot.
Dude, that's awesome.
Rachel was actually helping me at the airport. We had a 5-hour layover. Flight got delayed, a whole mix up. It was a late night coming back from Florida, but she was helping me with crowd work, which sounds funny. That makes it sound like I was just practicing.
How do you do that?
Well, I was just like, I think I could do a better job of like I just want my crowd work to be better. And she was like, all right, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, Trey does such a good job of like, a lot of his crowd work, there's a finite amount of answers. Like, his last tour, he'd be like, all right, does anyone know their love language?
Okay.
People can only give him 5 different answers.
Yes.
And he's got a joke ready for each one.
And if they don't give him one of those answers, he's like, that's a joke right there.
He can make fun of that.
Yeah.
Whereas like most of my crowd work, it's just like,
What's the secret to marriage?
what's
Is that
going
what you
on?
said? Yeah.
And that's
what do you do? Yeah. Stuff like that.
It's just open-ended and it's conversational. And you can, I think it's high risk, high reward. Like you can
Sure.
get really fun things.
Right.
But there's also sometimes where it's like, all right, I don't know where you met. I didn't understand that really. I don't know what you do for a living. It seems like you were kind of dragged here. You really want to be here. It's like you don't get the best answers. So I was like, can you just like sit with me for like 20 minutes and let's brainstorm how we can like reverse engineer this.
That's fun that you have Rachel do that with,
Yeah. And she's at least pretended to enjoy it.
Well, and it's always nice to like it'd be one thing if you banter or do that with Trey or me or somebody that's like a little more like familiar, but she's a consumer, she's not a comedian, and so it's almost more valuable to probably get those kind of answers. I always like appreciate Catherine in that respect of like, she's not a podcaster, but she listens to the podcast. Hey Catherine, is this the guy you did the podcast? Stuff like that. So
she actually, I just went and looked at my notes. So I think I'm going to start doing this crowd work, which would have been nice to practice this over the last 6 months, but we're going to start it off now in the theaters, is talking to parents specifically. I think it's going to be one of my like crowd work moments because people, and asking like finite answer type questions about their kids. So are you parents? Yes or no? Yes. Great. Where are the kids tonight? And that way they don't have to think of an answer. They just can tell us the answer.
Right. And if they do think of an answer, you can joke about that of like, oh, okay, you're responsible. You don't know
where your kids are at?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is one of the ones that Rachel came up with. Because I was like, all right, let's think of all the potential answers and now let's think of jokes. And so I was like, all right, what if they're staying at their grandparents? And Rachel goes, too cheap for a babysitter. And I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
I'll put that in the set.
Right.
That's great. So
abuse the elderly, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny too.
Yeah.
So use that, and then like maybe their ages of kids, ask them that, and like follow-up questions based on the ages of kids.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I should have been doing this the whole time. This feels
interesting.
fun.
I like that. I love figuring out science behind some of these things. Like, yeah, that's cool.
Because this feels more up my alley of how my brain works. This is logical. This is analytical. I can do this.
Fun.
I feel like I've been talking forever, dude. Oh,
no,
shout out in Philadelphia, Elizabeth Virgil, huge fan. She's seen me in like 4 different cities now. She flew up there, said she had the time of her life. She's exploring Philadelphia.
Elizabeth Virgil said something positive like that?
Is that shocking?
I can't believe it. She never is positive.
She is the best.
That's awesome.
And got some good time with her, and yeah, she's just awesome.
Yeah, she's from Denver. She's come and seen you in Texas, I think.
Corpus Christi, Philadelphia now.
Fun. That's great. Okay, you said you've been talking. You want me to talk?
Yeah, please.
I really enjoyed that. I always like hearing about the summary of comedy, but also like I love hearing the process and like the creative.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone else does too. And if you don't, just don't say anything. Like just just be cool.
Be chill.
Okay. Yeah.
One last ad read.
Yeah.
Just before it gets too late.
100%. Hey. Timon
with a voice.
Oh, okay.
Press 1 to do it.
Okay.
Chike!
Oh, fun.
Nice, fun.
What
Hey,
is Chike?
it's the last day. It's the last day to take advantage of their Mother's Day offer, but it's not necessarily the last day to love your mom.
No, not necessarily.
But in a way, it kind of feels like it.
But the best way to love your mom
is to get her gifts.
is to get her a gift. And what kind of gift? Protein iced coffee from Chai.
That's right. And if your mom doesn't like protein coffee powder, I bet you know someone who does. And I bet that person has a mom. So
And you know what moms love doing? Giving people gifts. So give it to your mom, let her re-gift it to somebody else. Ipso facto, free gift from your mom to somebody made her happy right there.
Chike, best Mother's Day ever.
But guess what? Everyone loves Chike.
That's right. So that won't be a problem.
No way.
That will not be a problem.
It was so fun in Florida seeing all the Chike people, or all the people loving Chike, getting hyped on Chike.
It was very popular in Florida.
Did you see my my text to Brooks about like I basically whatever, like people were just loving on Brooks, saying all these nice things. I sent that to Brooks and was like, hey man, people are still talking about you. And he's like, it's amazing what drinking Chike all day can do to you. So if you want to be a better person in life, drink more Chike.
They do have a special Mother's Day promo. So this like literally is the last day to do it because they're only honoring orders May 2nd or May 8th. So hope you listen to this on a Monday. today's your last day to do it. So for Mother's Day, if you spend $75 or more on Shike.com, they're throwing in a glass tumbler, and it really does look amazing. It's a really cool like little cherry on top. So go do that. Go crazy. Get some Shike and give it to your mom. Give it to whoever.
And the glass tumbler fits really nicely in cup holders. I know that to me that's a big deal.
That actually is
That
nice.
will be a universally fit glass thing in a cup holder.
Almost all of Rachel's water bottles do not fit in cup
And
holders.
does that annoy you, or is that something you like?
It bothers me a lot because then it's just rolling around the car, or she's got it in her lap,
ding,
and I'm like,
ding,
oh,
ding,
it just
ding. Yeah.
it can't be fun.
Take a sharp turn, not with Shike.
Nope.
Right there in the cup holder. So
Make it happen. Use code Ghostrunners. You'll get 15% off your order on Shike.com. CHIKE.com. Link is also in the description, but 50% off. The code is Ghostrunners.
come on, Jake. I have a few things to tell you about my kids. I love my kids.
Yeehaw, let's do it.
The first one is just Hattie related. I was really tired just today. I've been kind of just recovering from this awesome Florida trip, and but then I picked up Hattie, and I just was rejuvenated for a few different things that she did. It's so fun. Like, kids are so fun because they just remind you of all the fun things you did as a kid.
Yeah.
So I picked her up from Heritage Park, where she was flying a kite with my Aunt Cindy and my sister Julia and all her kids and Anthony. Anyway,
Heritage Park, huge dog park.
huge dog park, huge, like they have a golf course there. They
Oh,
have
yeah, they do.
Football field, all these different things. Great place to fly a kite. And Hattie was that's why I was late today, is because I was like, I can't pull her away from this. I feel
that's fair.
she's having way too much fun. And we've tried to fly a kite in our backyard before, and it's always failed. And she was like doing it so well. And she was like, just like running around in this field, like laughing and smiling with her kite.
Just frolicking.
Just truly like having, she said, this is the best Tuesday ever. As we were leaving, this was the best Tuesday ever. So anyway, just flying a kite is just so fun. And then, I asked her why it was the best Tuesday ever. And this is funny because my Aunt Cindy listens. My Aunt Cindy teaches her science every Tuesday, like kind of homeschool science. And she said, well, we didn't do that much science today because we just went and flew these kites. And I was like, well, flying a kite is science. I was like, Hattie, everything's science. And she's like, and Hattie does this funny voice where she goes, what? and so she's like a car is science. And I was like, just giving her very elementary. I'm not a very good scientific person. I was like, oh yeah, gas has to burn in order for a car to go. And she's like, what about my seatbelt? I was like, oh, you have to figure out that thing to make sure it fits in there and locks in there. And this belt thing, if it breaks like a rubber band, it's no good, And so we just kept going forever. And it was so fun to watch her absorb so many different pieces of information, and B, I loved like being able to train her. Like, she learned what H2O was today.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Like,
I long for the day.
You can quiz Hattie, and she will know what the H is, why there's a 2, and what the O is. Like,
I will.
It's so fun, dude. It's so fun. And then halfway through the conversation, she's like, okay, so quiz me. She didn't say quiz me, but she's like, ask me some questions about things you've told me, and I'll see if I know the answers.
That sounds awesome. I'm so ready to have a 6-year-old.
Dude.
I don't want to do 0 through 6.
Do. Once you get them, you'll love
I'm
that.
ready to can we start with the quiz?
Oh, but look at Bo too. Bo's so fun.
Yeah, Bo is awesome.
Bo's awesome.
Yeah, little cowboy.
Oh, have you heard him say cowboy?
Cowboy? No, I don't think I've heard that.
Oh my gosh, that's like his new. Like, he loves running around as a cowboy, and I'll say, "Hey, cowboy," and he'll be like, "Hey, cowboy."
I like calling him Cowbo though.
Cowbo, yeah. So, so we did that. So we kite into science, time, into just rocking out with some random songs. It's so fun to like these kids have never heard songs that we all know so well. And so we listened to Rockin' Robin like 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
She loves Rockin' Robin, which is a very fun song. Then we listened to Big House by Audio Adrenaline.
Oh my gosh.
Loves it. Loves shouting out touchdown,
Touchdown.
And then we listened to a few Beatles songs. I taught her some Beatles songs. She loved Get Back. That was one of them because of last night's concert. And then one of the other ones. What was it? I don't know. But anyway, it's just fun. It was just like, I was like, I love this. I love that I'm getting time with you one-on-one. And then speaking of one-on-one time, Bo and I on Thursday, Friday is his birthday. Thursday is the only time that they're doing this. So that's why we're going on Thursday. We're going to a Royals day game, just Bo and I.
Whoa.
First baseball game he's ever been to. He loves baseball. And I'm so excited to take him to his first game. Thursday afternoon, yeah. It's going to be so fun. I mean, I told him about today, and he I guess he and Catherine were just in the car by themselves, and he's like, I get to go to a game with just Dad. Like, he's like, I'm so excited. He thinks that they're going to give us jerseys, so I need to figure out a way around that, because those are pretty expensive at the ballpark.
At the same time, you can't just get him a jersey, and he's going to think every time he goes to something.
Also true.
You got to give him a jersey.
I know. this is like a big deal because it's like sets the precedent. There's like all the stuff out in the back or like the outfield. They have like a kids experience, merry-go-round, all this stuff. It's like, well, if I show him all this stuff at the beginning of the game, he's not going to watch the game.
Yeah.
You know? But I can't deprive him on his birthday.
Yeah, you still gotta get him like a pretzel and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's fun.
Oh, he really wants a grilled cheese. He told me.
Okay.
I was like, what kind of food should we have at the game? Grilled cheese.
It does sound good. I'm
I
starving.
was like, I don't know if they have that, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm so pumped about that, and then we have a cowboy themed birthday party for him this weekend.
I know I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, I know we're gonna miss you because we're gonna get some hay bales and we're gonna put a like a real like true saddle on top of it. Like so it's like a little horse, and he's just gonna go crazy. We're getting him a pirate ship that's gonna blow his mind. Oh. It's like one of those like Fisher Price, like pretty big, like almost like a dollhouse, but for boys, pirate ship kind of thing. And
wow,
I'm so pumped for him. He's gonna love it. So,
sorry, I'm looking up something real quick. Something you should. I feel like something I've seen like an old picture of my dad using. Basically, you get like a trash can or a barrel or something like that. And you turn it sideways.
Okay.
Cut some holes in it.
Okay.
And then have like rope coming out from it. And so it kind of like is, it's kind of buoyant. It's kind of
suspended?
It's suspended.
Yeah.
Throw a saddle on there.
Okay.
And then people can kind of tug on the ropes.
Oh, fun.
And it's like a redneck mechanical bull.
I know what you're talking about. We did that at camp. We had one of those at Keennekuk for a party or something. That would be fun.
That'd be so fun to kind of move the ropes.
Bo might get concussed, but he'd probably not even cry.
He would love it.
Oh, man, I'm so pumped. I mean, he loves cowboys, is obsessed with Lone Ranger right now. And it's just going to be a fun party. So I'll FaceTime you if I think about it.
That's fun. My dad used to give me like bull rides. I want to do that for Bo.
Yeah.
He would like teach me because my dad would even tie a rope around his like rib cage.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, this is how you got to ride, the bull. And he would teach me like, all right, this is how you do your grip. And you got to have, your right hand's got to be up.
Okay.
If it comes down, it doesn't count.
Gotcha.
And then he would just buck and buck and buck and I'd have to hang on.
We've been doing that a lot on the trampoline, Hattie, Bo, and I.
Ooh, good place to buck.
And their way of like having me start to buck is kimosabi. It's like, they go kimosabi, and then I start going crazy. And then what is it? Tanto is like to slow down or something like that.
Oh, tanto,
kimosabi. So anyway, it's just fun. Being a dad's fun. Rosie's fun too, but she's just sweet and small. So not as many stories about her.
That's all right.
Man, I can't wait. And like also right now, Bo, anytime I say, hey, Bo, you want to play catch? He'll run and get a ball every time. And that's my whole dream as a dad.
He's such a dog.
Yeah.
He loves sticks and going to get the ball.
He's such a fun kid, man. Yeah. It's like, he'll go grab a ball and just chuck it at me.
That is awesome. I mean, it's got to help building coordination and motor skills.
Yeah.
Throwing and catching a ball at that age.
I know, man.
Can't hurt.
It's fun. So anyway, that's what I got.
Cool. Let's finish with some reviews of the week.
Yeah. You got one?
I will start. This comes from AJ Avery, and I am 70% sure that we haven't read this one yet. Thank you for being a clean, Christian-based podcast to listen to. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and this is what I listen to while I'm cleaning house and taking care of my babies. My 2-year-old loves when I turn up the podcast. Also, I went to Chick-fil-A, and as the girl was taking my order, sorry, the grammar is throwing me off. There was a period after. Also, I went to Chick-fil-A, and as the girl was taking my order, my kids were being a bit hyper. The girl said, don't worry about them. I have a lot of siblings. She was homeschooled. Reminded me of Timon. She was working day shift. So, which speaking of that, Timon, any weird DMs or anything? Any romance going on that we need to know about?
Not really.
Okay.
Nothing to Timon Imsh on Instagram?
I'll keep you posted.
Nothing to Timon Imsh on Instagram.
TIMONEMCH.
Had that clip that went viral about Adobe AI audio enhancer.
That's him. That's
over 1 million views. Yeah.
That's why you need to try Adobe's new AI system software.
Oh, dude,
that was close. Yeah, I did a good job.
That was close. It's so funny seeing the comments of random people because it's definitely a persona that I put on for that video because I don't.
You do great. It's good.
No, you saw high energy.
Thank you. But it's so funny. I saw and there was this one account that reposted it because they liked it or whatever, and I looked at the comments of that because it's they can be meaner because it's not the
once you get outside of your
exactly. It's so funny to read into the comments. It was one of them was just. Can you calm down? It was so funny. I can't remember what the other ones. It was
just AI. Chill out.
Speaking of DMs,
tell me.
My friend Send a DM to Ghostrunners.
No.
Noah?
Noah.
Yes.
Yes. I saw it.
I thought it was really
He's the one that people remember this story from, I don't know, a year, 2 years. I'm terrible with dates.
Who knows?
That golf show that you went to where the guy was like, "Hey, Jake, can I get a picture?" Took a picture and just left.
Yeah.
And then he did the same thing to me at a church event that I was at. I was with my friends Todd and Whitney, and he goes to their church. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm a fan of yours. Can I get a picture?" And just left. And he's friends with Timon.
That guy's been friends with Timon the whole time.
So he sent like a collage or, whatever, 3 different pictures of all 3. Like, he's like, I've met all the ghosties, or all the Ghostrunners guys. So
shout out Noah.
Noah, what's the last name?
Kwazaborski.
Yeah, it's like some wild.
Yeah.
Noah Q.
Okay. Quasibor?
Yeah.
Okay, my friend.
Noah K. Okay. I don't know if this is a brand new review or if he edited it, because every time they edit it, it goes to the front. But Samuel Sin left us a 5-star review.
Sam.
Huge fan. Comments on your feet every week, I think.
Yeah, he'll be at the next Florida trip.
Yes.
Or wherever it'll be.
Or where, let's always call it Florida trip.
The Florida trip.
People.
To
Florida
Ghostrunners.
trip to Denver. Okay, so 5 stars on your feet is what he always titles everything. I've been listening to this podcast since a friend suggested it to me back in November 2019. Looking back at that day, I didn't know that text would have such a significant impact on my life. I knew of Jake through random Kennecut connections and noticed he was posting podcast content on his Instagram, but I didn't listen until a friend asked me to, quote, laugh to this podcast with me throughout your day. For reference, it was episode 24. Do you enjoy free refills? That'd be fun to go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
Everyone check out episode 24 this week. I responded, that's the Jake Triplet one. I've been needing to listen to it. And listen, I did. Since that day, I have listened to Ghostrunners for roughly 600 hours or roughly 25 days. This podcast has brought me joy in the good times and the bad. Jake and Brad, you both have shined your light bright for Jesus during this time. And I'm sure people have been drawn to the kingdom, both Jesus's and the Chief's kingdom, because of this podcast. I consider you both friends. So after leaving multiple voice memos, attending F12, and being interviewed on the podcast, I can now officially say this podcast is 5 stars. This is the official Springfield, Missouri correspondent signing off.
It sounds like he maybe just left it for the first time.
I think so.
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Samuel Sin. You're the man. Appreciate you. He's got a podcast of his own. Check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. Springfield's finest.
That's right. Springfield correspondent.
All right, Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Yeah, I don't know where I put it. So just a second. But yeah, Emily Schmidt, second little review of the week. She in her email for the jingle, which she sent to the Ghostrunners podcast at gmail.com.
Okay.
Said, hey Brad, I came in and began to describe how nice it is to hear from you and Jake twice a week now. It's turning my Wednesdays into Wednesdays, and I look forward to the new segments because you guys always bring such a fun energy into them.
I heard that a lot from people on the Florida trip. Like, I've been really enjoying 2 a week.
That's awesome.
I said,
Cool.
Thank you.
That is something we enjoy as well. So let's do it, Emily Schmidt. Come on.
That sounds nice.
Thanks.
That was really fun. That's a great song, and you did a good job. I think Avril, if she listens, she would have liked it too.
Well, we don't know for sure she doesn't listen.
Also, some people think she's dead.
What?
Kind of a conspiracy theory. Yeah, that she's like,
prove you're not, Avril.
prove you're not.
Comment below.
Leave a voice memo.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a really fun song. Very
Thank
well
you.
written.
Emily Schmidt.
That was fun.
Yes.
That was fun. All right. Another Monday down.
Come on.
Let us know in the comments what you're thinking. What, timing wise, location wise, what do you need to make it happen the next Ghostrunners Florida trip?
Vibes-wise, yeah.
Vibes-wise.
Because it's happening, baby.
We'll make it happen. It's going to be so fun. So, appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good week. Check out all of our sponsors. Get you some probiotics. Get you some chicken. And get you some protein powder to start your day.
We're going to be so healthy.
Yeah.
We are so healthy. All right.
String bean.
Yeah, that's right. Love you guys. Love you, Catherine, and kids. It's so fun. See ya.
Goodbye.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Every